Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pick and Roll here on the Board YouTube channel, which is the NBA content division of the Hammer Betting Network. Thank you for your patience as we were getting set for the first big day of the season here. Obviously, a couple of games yesterday, but the real meat of the season begins today with tons of NBA teams in action, and therefore, 4 bets on the way for you guys here today. And hopefully, we will be able to make up for the slow start to the season after the 0-2 day yesterday. The Bradley Beal SGP basically just became like a super juiced over on the lower line, which unfortunately did not hit. But the one I'm really upset about, Anthony Davis, we had the over on, had 17 points, was 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, and finished the game with 17 points. Pips, what happened to AD in the second half?
So the first one looked exactly why I made that bet. I looked preseason and saw aggressive AD. The first half he saw aggressive AD. He was playing with great energy, and then he had third foul, pulled out. Then third quarter was back to the being passive. Then when he tried to do something, he missed even open layups, and then just completely gone in the fourth quarter. Poor showing by the Lakers, poor too much guard play of Gabe Vincent, D'Angelo Russell. Didn't like every pick and roll was there trying to some pull up or something. They didn't. I don't think I saw like maybe twice that they actually passed the ball to AD out of pick and rolls, which was kind of very surprising. Especially, I think there was zero in the second half. So yeah, it's difficult to win that one. I like that second one. I think we just saw one of the worst shooting nights ever of this team, two teams, and maybe of the worst of the season. So that game was tremendous pace. That's why I bet the over. And true shooting of the entire game was 47%. So
Yeah, it
that's
was
yeah,
some that game became a bit of a rough watch at certain
yeah. I
points,
mean, like
unfortunately.
if anyone goes to the box scores, like Gordon 4 from 16, KD 7 from 22, Clay Thompson 6 for 18, CP like 5 for 16, or like everyone is below 40% of shooting, and all they made are layups and couple of threes. So yeah.
Nonetheless, it was an impressive start to the season for the Denver Nuggets, who still get the win there. They obviously looking to reclaim the championship. The Lakers, a team that I'm very high on, unfortunately, did not really look like the team was high on. But like you said, there was some really poor shooting. I think they can play a little bit more effectively than going through Gabe Vincent and D'Angelo Russell as much. I'm surprised D'Lo is still the starting point guard. I thought they may have tried to use him in a different way this season, but that's where we are at. So let's get to the picks that we have for today's show to set you guys up for the second batch of games. There's 4 of them here, so I'm doing my best to ensure everything is available as we get started. So please let me know anything if we need changing off the time that we give it. These picks go quickly, so please make sure you are ready to take them on. First of all, we are going to the Pistons and Heat. We're going to be going to this game twice, and we have DraftKings odds at -120 for Bam Adebayo to go over 17.5 points. We'll see how Bam Adebayo fares this season. The Heat look to get back to that NBA final status. In the second play that we have here, we are going to Clint Capella over 9.5 points for -105 odds at BetMGM. That's in the Hawks game against the Hornets. And of course, we have the screenshots here to verify that these plays were available, did exist. And the third play, we're going back to the Pistons and Heat game. This time we're going to an SGP. This one just moved, but we're still willing to take this at -125 at DraftKings for Osar Thompson. Yeah. What do you want to say?
So you just need to change to the BetMGM. It's -120 there still. So you just need to
Okay.
change to the BetMGM.
Okay, so this one will be changed. I'll change the graphic in a second here, but for people listening, it is -120 at now BetMGM. You can still place at -125 for Osar Thompson over 3.5 rebounds and Tyler Hero 18 plus points. These are alternative lines for these players. It won't be in the main section for those player props, so make sure you look around for the alternate lines for this to get this SGP And the final play that we have, another just straight player prop here. We have Drew Holiday under 7.5 assists for minus 125 odds at BetMGM. It took me a second to find this because I was looking for Holiday on the Bucks, who are not playing tonight. He's on the Celtics now, but we'll break down his role a little bit later on. But Pips, let's go to that first play. Bam Adebayo, straight play here on his over. What do you like about Bam tonight?
So he was at 18.5 for some time. So I was hesitating. Now South 17.5. So I just need to take it. If you take a look at the preseason, Bam Adebayo was just playing on such a new will, new pace, attacking way quicker, being very aggressive. Yeah, okay. In most game, Butler didn't play any game, but it's a regular season game against the Detroit Pistons, so I don't expect Butler to just taking over the game. So if you take a look at the numbers, the Bio scored 16 points per game in just 18 minutes. I expect him to play 36 minutes tonight or like 35. And if you take a look at the per 36, that will be 32 points a game. I don't expect Bam to average 32 points a game this season, but Pistons' interior defense looked terrible throughout the preseason, and that's somewhat expected when you look at their rotation there. Mostly poor defensive players or young players with no experience. So yeah, I just think this season we'll see like Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero just taking it to another level of scoring wise, because this team needs scoring. If they want to score like 110 plus points every night, I think 50 will come from Adebayo and Tyler Hero most of the night combined. So yeah, I just think this line is way too low, especially in easy matchup as this is tonight.
I just wanted a bit of a quick word on your thoughts on Tyler Hero and how he's going to look this season. They made that big run to the finals last year without Tyler Hero involved, and it was an entire summer of trade negotiations. What do you think his role is going to be on the team this season? Do you think he's ready to step up once again?
Yeah, I think from what so we have him involved in the next bet in the same game parlay. So that's why I bet on him. He looked they are setting him off the ball, so he's attacking way more inside on the closeouts, shooting. He looks he's looked like more calm, doing very better decisions. He is now trying to fish for the fouls to get a bit more to the free throw line because that was his problem. Yeah, I think he's way more settled in, and I expect a huge season from Tyler Hero. As I said, this team doesn't have much scoring, and they just need to boost Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo production. They need to be very aggressive, and yeah, as I said, Jimmy Butler won't do much during the regular season. I mean, he will score comfortably 20 points a game, but he won't force anything unless they need some crazy late round playoff push or something. So yeah, Jimmy Butler season starts after the All-Star. He said it. So it's on Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero to just try to push. And even last season, Bam was somewhat more passive and slower on decision maker, still average over 20 points. So on this roster, I just don't. This line just doesn't make any sense for me personally. Okay. I expected it to be 19.5. So yeah.
Very much noted. We'll see how that plays out. Let's go to our second play now, which is the Hawks and Hornets. Why don't we go? We're talking about Tyler Hero. Let's just skip to the third play here since we're already giving it out. It is that same game probably with Tyler Hero. You already spoke about Tyler Hero's additional role, but you're adding in the Osar Thompson rebounds here. Talk us through this play.
So what I've seen from Osar, he is tremendous rebounder for his size. Like he's very crazy athletic. So in a couple of seasons we could maybe see some triple doubles from him. But double doubles will happen this season with boards probably a couple of times. So in the preseason, 4 games, he had 10, 8, 8, and 11 boards. All that playing next to Jalen Duren and Stewart and Kate Cunningham. So they are great rebounders. He still end up being the team leading rebounder. And that makes sense because when he gathers that rebound, the transition, his pace, his athleticism, that makes sense for Pistons to let him get the rebounds. So transition will be very, very quick. He's just flying through the floor. So getting at this line combined with other hero makes sense. I expect Ozar to be like 7 rebounds a game this season. And yeah, last season he had some troubles with wing rebounding. So I just think Ozar will try on this. He'll also guard Jimmy Butler, so he'll probably like be inside for much because Butler isn't shooting threes, so he will be a bit closer to the rim. So yeah, I just like this spot for Ozar.
Makes complete sense there. Let's go to that play that I kind of teased a bit there. If you're coming in late here, all the picks been given out already. Just going through them to get Pips' thoughts on them before maybe you want to make a decision on the bets. But you have Clint Capella over 9.5 points. I'm interested to see his role this season with Okongwu signing that extension and a new coach here. Myself and Kirk Evans spoke about that a little bit yesterday. But talk us through Clint Capella, why you like him on day one.
I think in the first part of the season, Capella will still be the main guy playing the minutes. But moving forward, like from January, I think we'll see Okongu getting way more minutes. But Hawks need Capella for his defense. He's their defensive anchor. He's shown preseason that he's healthy and finally looked great again. So one of the reasons I'm betting this is there is no John Collins anymore. So most pick and rolls will be run just with Clint Capella, unlike the last season when half of the pick and rolls were with John Collins, half the pick and rolls were with Clint Capella. Now, so the interesting thing is that we have one sample size of the game when Capella played without John Collins, but against Hornets with Mark Williams starting. And that's exactly what we have tonight. And in that game, Capella covered this line in the first quarter and ended up scoring 22 points. So, yeah, I'm just looking at, like, it's simple. Like Trae Young, if they blitz him, he'll just throw lobs for Capella. Or if they blitz him, Capella will get offensive rebounds, some easy putbacks. 9.5 is just too low for a guy that will play probably like 25 minutes, playing like almost every pick and roll will be run through him. And Trae Young is probably GOAT throwing alley-oops and lobs. And yeah, I just think, and also there are so many guys that can throw the ball to him. It's DeJounte Murray, it's Bogdan Bogdanovic, all great pick and roll guys. So I think everyone will play through, and with Capella, they need his screening. So I just think this is a great spot. Also, just think last season without John Collins, he had double-digit scoring in all 8 games with 15 points average. So yeah, that makes also sense.
I really like the handicap there. I really like the spot there on Clint Capella. That's an interesting one. Just the sheer amount of pick and roll reps that are going to come his way now because he's really the only guy they're going to go to. And like I agree with you. Started the season as much as I think Okongwu would come on. Capella's more established. He's going to be the main guy out the gate. Final play, pick number 4 of 4. We're going to Drew Holiday in his debut. First game with the Boston Celtics. We're going to take him under on rebounds for minus 125 odds at BetMGM. It's under 7.5.
Assists.
Explain this one. Yeah.
Under assists.
Oh, what did I say? Points?
You said rebounds.
Oh, sorry. My head's spinning. Under 7.5 assists. My apologies. But yeah.
I would love 7.5 rebounds. That would be great.
Yes,
too.
Of course. I didn't even realize I said that.
The main handicap of this is they just kept his line like he's playing the Bucks, like he's the guy that runs the plays. And from what I've seen in the preseason, some possessions he didn't even touch the ball. So he was standing in the corner. So Jason Tatum was taking some ball handlings. Then Jaylen Brown is more incorporated in bringing the ball up and ball handling. Then you have Derek White also doing some ball handling for them and playmaking. And then when it comes up to bench, Pritchard is almost like glued to the ball. So Drew Holiday usage as a point guard is a bit low, getting lower than the last season. And last season, he still only averaged 7.4 assists a game, even though they played without Chris Middleton for a majority of the season. So even that is like, also he averaged 5.5 assists per 36 minutes in the preseason, which is some number that I think he will have throughout the season, like 5 to 5.5 to 7.5 is way too much. Also, the one game he had 7 assists was against the Hornets, and out of 7 of those assists, 4 were easy transition, like terrible Hornets defense. They just made layups, and now they are playing Knicks. They will a tough game, probably some a bit lower scoring than some preseason games where he boosted his numbers. And most of his assists were for dunks or easy layups. And Knicks are one of the best paint defensive teams in the entire league. So I just expect them to limit any easy assist for Drew Holiday. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, makes sense as well. I mean, it's a bit of maybe more of a square handicap, but it's first game with a new team. There can be a little bit of growing pains associated with that out of the gates, not having played with these guys for very long. The trade wasn't that long ago in retrospect, so it could be difficult, like I said, to fully come through for the team today. But those are the picks that are in play for today. Let's talk about the schedule that we have on the channel this season once again before we go through the recap. Me and Pips are going to be here every weekday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, just as we are today. So we'll see you tomorrow as well and on Friday. But tomorrow, we also have the news show coming to the channel, and myself and Kirk Evans going live at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time for more NBA coverage of the league as a whole, but also some betting insight involved in that process. Yesterday, Kirk Evans had two plays on the board, and both were winners. We had the LeBron under on blocks and the Curry under on points, so great start over there. And two more plays from yesterday's show are going to be involved today. So check out yesterday's show if you have not done so already. And please make sure to stay invested with the channel. You subscribe to the channel and drop that like. Let's go see the plays once again that we have for today. First of all, it's Bam Adebayo over 17.5 points on the 1 unit for minus 120 odds at DraftKings. Second play is Clint Capella over 9.5 points for minus 105 odds at BetMGM. Third play, we adjusted to the minus 120 line at BetMGM. If it's at minus 125, please still feel free to take this one. We are willing to take it as well, but it is Osar Thompson over 3.5 rebounds on the same game parlay with Tyler Hero 18 plus points. If you're on DraftKings, make sure you check for those alternative lines, as well as if you're on MGM for that SGP. The final play is Drew Holiday, as we said, under 7.5 assists, which is minus 125 odds at BetMGM. Actually, before we go, why don't we answer some of the questions in chat that I wanted to answer here? First of all, there was a question about Wembanyama over 2.5 blocks plus 110. Pips, wanted your thought. I know you don't usually dabble with the blocks, but any thoughts on this one?
I mean, it's doable for him because we saw how great he is. But I think the bookies may lean into this, getting the. They know everyone will be on it, so I don't think it's priced well. So I think this should be like maybe like 1 plus 130, 140. I think they know there's a good popular bet, so they just cut a bit on the lines.
Yeah, interesting. Just because like you said, everybody's going to be trying to bet it, so they know that people will bet it regardless of price. People just go to the sportsbook wanting to bet that one. Another one here is Osar Thompson double sprinkle question from RW Fan 23. Best price I'm seeing is, well, actually, if you're in Ontario, there's a set plus 1,700 out there. That's actually relative to market pretty good. Widely available is plus 1,200. How do you feel about the double sprinkle on Osar Thompson?
Sounds like a good sprinkle bet to tell. I think 10 rebounds is doable for him, and I think he'll do it a couple of times this season. So I don't know. Miami Heat is the best matchup to get 10, but yeah, some things like playing against the Pacers or Wizards, or some teams like that could be a good spot for him to get 10 plus rebounds.
Right, he's got to get 10 points as well. His over-under on points is 10.5. It's not a given he'll hit that.
I think he'll, maybe not in the first couple of games, but he just needs to settle with his shooting, and that's it. I'm a big fan of Osar Thompson.
Here's a question from Badger Boy once again. I actually don't understand this. I'm hoping you do or somebody in chat can help me. Somebody put it out publicly. Sorry, this is a comment. Since it was put out publicly, can we talk Kuzma PRA? Can somebody let me know do you know what this is in reference to?
Yeah, I posted Kuzma over 26.5 PRIs on the Twitter, and I think it's now at 28.5. Could be moving even higher. People are hella surprised because his points line opened at 17.5, while his season average line was at 22. So people are confused, but he's coming down back from the injury, so minutes are a bit questionable. So I think that's the part where bookies just set a bit low, but I still think he gets 30 minutes and he'll shoot a ton. So great matchup against the Pacers running gun. So
Make sure to drop a like on your way out.